morning Fort McMurray with Buffalo and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
Hey, it's Keith Simpson here. I'm the general manager of Norel Toyota, soon to be Fort McMurray Toyota. Pretty excited for our new dealership. We're here to take care of you. Come on down and be part of our family.
And we are back. Big shout out to Norel Toyota. We really do appreciate your ongoing support. As everybody at home knows, I do not introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than myself. So sir, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Hi everybody, Michael Ferrara. I'm running for Ward 1 Council. I've been here in Fort McMurray for just about 20 years. My wife since the 70s. Been very active in watching local politics for the last 10 years and actively participating probably the last 4. So thanks Elliot for having me.
Yeah, no worries.
And hopefully you guys get a chance to get to know me a little bit, what I'm about.
There we go. Awesome. So let's start in regards to how over the last 4 years have you got engaged?
Well, for the last 8, I would say.
Okay.
I've watched every council meeting. Literally everyone.
Oh, okay.
I've probably seen more council meetings than councilors.
Yeah.
This past term, I've not only just watched them, I've started going. And it's amazing the extra you learn when you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So online you see somebody saying something, but you don't see all the other parts of communication that go with it. And very eye-opening.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few things have come up this term that I personally don't agree with. I think we've got to be fiscal stewards of the taxpayers' money. And I don't necessarily think we've done that all the time. So I've decided that instead of just watching, it was time to talk. So I started talking about some of those things.
Okay. And so let's hear a little bit about your background. Like, who are you? Like, I know you've done the podcast before, but that was literally over 500 episodes again. So let's reintroduce yourself to the audience.
Well, I was born and raised in Saskatchewan. Ended up making a career change. Came out here, got into power engineering through Keano, actually. And I work for a smaller oil company based here in Fort McMurray. My wife had a long run with Syncrude. She was, packaged off a few years ago with some of the changes going on there. And she's made a career change too. She started her own business in her home and doing massage therapy and loving it. So I think it was a horrible thing at the time, a wonderful thing ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Raised a boy here who's now out on his own, making his way in the world, and so we found our empty nest was getting a little too empty, so during COVID, we got a miniature schnauzer.
Okay.
And if you've ever heard a miniature schnauzer, there is no silence. So it's not very empty nest anymore.
That's awesome.
So
it's funny the joy a dog brings into your life.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What a game changer. So what's the name of your dog?
Well, we called her Pinot because we both like having a glass of wine now and again, and my wife was like, Pinot Noir. I think we should call her Pinot.
Okay.
And I think we should also.
I like that. So which one does she gravitate to? Like when you come home today, is she going to be waiting for the door for you, or what's she looking like?
She's crazy about anybody coming to the door. I will be politically correct and say she loves us equally.
Yeah.
If you were to ask my wife, she would say she loves you so much more.
Right.
And maybe it's because it's a female dog, and so she kind of, we'll put her on the bed with us, and she's always got to have like a paw touching me, not so much mom. So
that's hilarious. Yeah. That's so nice. That's awesome, man. So in regards to the work that you used to do, like what roles did you play in your organizations?
Well, I was in the financial business and just kind of independent, right? Giving some financial advice and stuff with a larger company. But honestly, that's while a okay way to make a living. I don't think I'm cut out to be the sit behind a desk guy, right? And that getting up in the morning and you have a shave and put on a tie and the whole thing, pretty soon that tie starts feeling pretty tight, So I started looking, well, geez, what can I do here? I'm getting a little older. Don't know I want to do this. And then I didn't really even know about power engineering, or didn't know a whole lot about Fort McMurray. But I started doing some research and I was like, geez, that's kind of right up my alley. I think like this would be something I'd be good at. It's the way my mind works. And so they sent me like an aptitude test and this and that, and the school called me back and said, you tested through the roof on your thing. So if you'd like to come on up. And so I said, well, I guess I'll do that. And the convincer was, they have a work term program, so you can come up here, and basically your school, you pay for it. It'll pay for itself, right, by having a work term. Plus you get some hands-on experience and maybe some contacts and some networking and all that kind of stuff that goes with the job. So with the idea that at the end, hopefully you can find employment, and I did. And I've actually been with the same company the whole time. I'm happy and all that stuff. So
That's incredible.
yeah,
That's a great story. That's a great story for somebody who is thinking about potentially moving to Fort McMurray.
yes, and honestly, the thing about it, and I think we have some opportunity here in Fort McMurray. We've got this RAP program through the high schools. It's fantastic for kids. And certainly not everybody has to go into trades. I mean, some will have an aptitude for it, some will not. I would love to see that program. We've seen how successful it is with the trades. Maybe we can branch that out a little bit for some other things, not just heavy trades. In the same way, we've got Keanu, and we've got trades programs there, nursing. Maybe we should be looking at some other stuff. We always talk about how do we increase business here? How do we get more people to come move here and stay here? And if we have things that will bring young people here, there's a chance to capture that, right? So maybe we look at things like a paramedic. Let's have paramedic programs. Let's have
Cooking.
Cooking would be
Being a
good. Yeah.
chef, that's a trade.
Yeah. Firefighting. Our boy, he went to Vermilion for fire school. With the industry and the facilities that we have here, wouldn't that be a perfect program to have here? Maybe we should be looking at that. Right? I mean, I don't know. Let's certainly have a conversation.
That's right.
Is that something that we can advocate for on council? Yeah, possibly. We can certainly be part of the conversation. I mean, there's limits to what you can do on council, but part of the idea of economic development is we got to have people that are bringing ideas forward and seeing what it's going to take to pursue them. It's not just endlessly throwing money at things that we call economic development, and years later you're like, well, geez, when's the development part coming? Right? So we got to get people together collaborating, and the money will come itself. So that's kind of where I'm thinking anyway.
Yeah. No, I like that direction, and you're not wrong in regards to what is the end product that we're getting.
Yeah.
You're spending this money. Everybody spends money, and you're always concerned about the end product.
100%.
So I like your vision in regards to the end product being like, let's get some people here, let's train them, and then let's get them like suitable for the right jobs. We have the industry, let's collaborate with education, may it be like you said, through the RAP program and the different high schools and or through the college.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
So as far as campaigning, how's it going for you?
Okay, well, so here's the thing with my campaign. I really was very last minute on it.
Okay.
I batted around the idea for probably 6 months. Am I going to run? Am I not going to run? Like, I don't. Do I need this headache and stuff? Like, I'm certainly not doing it for money.
Yeah.
Finally, my wife kind of convinced me. She said, well, you watch all this stuff all the time anyway, and every time something happens and you're not particularly happy about it, you come home and tell me, and then you say, because of this, you watch. Next year this is going to happen, and then next year it comes and it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you need to be a voice there. So once she gave me the okay, then honestly, this is going to take me away from home time and family time and stuff. I still got a full-time job. I think that if I'm lucky enough to be on council, I tell her all the time, well, we're on council, right? Because like, you're part of me, and this is us. So like we're doing this. I happen to be the person sitting here, but we're the ones doing it. So once she gave me the okay, then I kind of said, all right. So as far as things going okay, yes, I was probably a little late to the game. I probably would have been, had I decided a month prior, I would have been a little more prepared probably as far as signage goes and a few other things like that. Maybe had a little bit of a team together, but I think there's a slippery slope having a team together too, right? We're a small community, everybody knows everybody, and there's stuff going on in campaigns that are, I mean, I'm not going to say things aren't above board, but I would never want anybody to accuse me of being beholden to anybody.
Right.
The only reason I'm thinking of doing this is we have issues in the RM, and I think I can be a strong voice to maybe turn those issues around.
There you go. Well, listen, Tanner tapped his phone. That means he's ready with his questions for the Mac City Minute, brought to you by Carrie and Patchouli Rose. Tanner, hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Question number 1. What is one place you miss the most from 1970s Fort McMurray?
Oh my goodness. 1970s Fort McMurray. Well, I only moved here, it's almost 20 years, so I had never been in Fort McMurray.
I thought you said
That was his wife.
Oh, his wife.
And she was like 7 in the 70s. So, yeah, sorry.
No wrong answers.
Old school Fort McMurray. What's the thing you miss the most?
Honestly, I really liked Long Shots. It was such a neat place.
Yup.
Right? Like it was
That's how I know you.
It was a true sports bar.
Yeah.
In a place where sports bars had turned into just like corporate things. And that wasn't. That was just a Fort Mac thing. And you go there, get cheap wings. You go watch a boxing match, or go watch the game, have a beer with your buddies and some wings. It's right downtown, always pretty busy. It was just an awesome place. And then we had dreams of, building a hockey arena that was going to ultimately cost more than Rogers did.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, thank goodness those people with those dreams are gone. But anyway.
That's awesome.
Question number 2. If you were completely submerged underwater, would you consider yourself wet?
If I was completely submerged underwater,
Yeah.
would I consider myself wet?
Or are you not wet until you leave the water?
Wow, that is a deep, deep dive.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question.
It's a
I guess
decisive question.
You
in our
don't think that
generation.
you're when you're submerged, you don't really think you're wet. You know you're wet, but you don't really think you're wet.
You don't feel wet until you leave.
And that is correct. And as a person who a month ago went scuba diving for his first time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the further down you go, you didn't really feel wet. That is so bizarre. I've never even thought of that before.
Yeah. Well, so do you think you're wet underwater, or do you have to come up?
I think you only think you're wet once you're up.
There we go. I've never heard that question before.
I think that's
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Hey, anyways, question number 3. What is your favorite food to grab at a continental breakfast?
Continental breakfast. Well, I'm kind of a bacon guy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the right answer.
Smoky, salty, pretty tough to beat bacon.
And when it's at a continental breakfast and you just take as much as you want?
Yeah.
Question number 4. If you had an all expenses paid shopping spree, what is the first thing you'd buy?
Boy, that's a good one. We're not overly extravagant people.
Well, when it's free.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is if that never-ending spree ends, and you become accustomed to that, it's going to be pretty hard to go back.
Yeah, so you can't buy like a jet because it costs to upkeep, right? Like,
Yes. So I think I would buy something, maybe a really, really good bottle of wine. I would just, maybe, it has some age on it. I know that it's not bad. And just, later on, just enjoy that with my wife, quietly, maybe sitting on the deck or something on a nice evening.
There you go.
And your final question. If you could sit next to any 2 people on a long flight, who would you choose?
Well, I think Adam Sandler would be a really funny guy to sit beside. And completely contrasted, I would like to sit beside Robert McNamara on this side of me. So, kind of like the right-hand man of JFK. He was through all these different things, Bay of Pigs and Vietnam and all the stuff. Like the stories you could hear about kind of what went on in those times, kind of before me, but really shaped our world. Like things could have went really south really quick, in the 60s and ended up not. I think he'd be really interesting to talk to. And then Adam Sandler.
For comedic relief.
Well, not just comedic. Like he just seems like the guy. Hey, you want to go have a beer? And he'd be like, oh yeah, let's go have a beer.
Yeah, just a guy.
Like he's just one of the guys.
Yeah. Those have been your 5 questions.
There we go. Awesome. Now, Sandler's a good one. The scuba diving one, though, dude. Tell me about that trip.
Well, it was good. We were in a bunch of years ago. I've got 3 nieces, and the 2 oldest ones we took with us to the Bahamas. So the youngest one was a little too young to appreciate it, and so we always feel like we kind of owed her one.
Yeah.
And the reason we took the other 2 is we went with another couple that had children about the same age. It was, this will be perfect. We can play and we can do adult stuff, and it's good. So, friends of ours, they were planning a trip to Mexico at the end of August, and they have kids. And my niece has been up here to visit, and she's met them. They're our next door neighbors, and so she knows these kids. I said, well, maybe we should just go to Mexico with them, and she can come. So we decided to do that, and then one of the things they wanted to do was go scuba diving. So I said, oh, okay, I've always wanted to try that. So
yeah,
let's go. I'm a fat guy. We're usually buoyant, so it was kind of neat to have a little weight there, and it pulls you down.
Yeah.
My niece, she came out there with us, and they gave us a little quasi-certification, and we didn't go real deep, but we were probably 40, 45 feet down.
Wow.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah,
And
bro.
and it was pretty awesome, actually. I struggled with it. It's the first time you put your face underwater.
Oh,
It's a weird thing.
breathing underwater.
The breathing
yeah.
thing is just, it's weird,
Yep.
right? Once you get used to that, it's kind of cool. And I think a guy needs to do it a few more times. Kind of maintaining your eardrums kind of the way you need to is kind of a neat thing to learn about. But I think if you did it 2 or 3 times, you'd kind of get that down, and you'd get your breathing down. And the breathing is more about kind of keeping your altitude, your depth.
Okay.
So if you're breathing harder, you tend to rise, and if you breathe just steady, you end up staying steady, which is, the people that are down there with you kind of showing you what they're doing. Like, you can tell they do it all the time, right? Their breath is always perfect. They stay at exactly what depth they want.
Yeah.
And they're running around all over helping people, and so it's pretty fascinating. There truly is another world down below.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Tanner just tapped his watch. That means we are out of time. But before I cut you loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
Well, I'm gonna split that into 2. I hope you guys all go out and vote. Early polls open on the 3rd. The 20th is election day. Obviously, I hope you vote for me. Follow along with my campaign on Facebook. You'll see my ideas, platform, this and that. Hopefully my ideas will align with your ideas, my values with your values, and you can join along on this ride with me. The second thing I'd like to plug is my wife's business, Embrace You Wellness. You can find her on Facebook and stuff. She's not looking to grow real big, but I don't know of anybody that's been in to see her that's not turned around and recommended her. So I think you'd be real happy. So
There we go. Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray with Buffalo, the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Norral Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose and the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker. Hope everybody at home is having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Hi everyone, it's Carrie with Patchouli Rose here at Thickwood Barbershop. If you're wondering what to get your loved one this season for Valentine's Day, I make an all-natural anti-aging skin serum called Good Skin. It's good for men and women, and it's available for purchase here at the barbershop, downtown at the Corridor Shops and Events, and on my website. Thank you for your support.
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.